Whoa. Hold on, I gotta fix my cushion here. Whew. All right, that's better. All right, welcome. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Find your seat, whatever that looks like for you today. Whatever it is, do just find some length in the spine. You might prop the hips up on a blanket or a cushion if that feels right for you. And take a nice big breath in and a big breath out. You might start to let the eyes close a little or all the way. Whatever feels right, it can always change. And just take a few moments to shift your awareness from the stimulation of the outside world and anything that happened this morning or anything that is going to happen later. Shifting that awareness to the inside world, starting to just feel the breath. Feeling it even if it's moving fast, even if it's shallow, just feeling it as it is. And sometimes just bringing our awareness to the breath, things might start to slow down. And then you can encourage that slowing down even further by bringing in more of an intentional breath, breathing deeper into the belly, and then finding a slow, soft exhale. And just allowing a few mindful breaths to move through. And then start to scan the body and just notice if you are holding or gripping anywhere. Invite a little letting go, a little softening. You might intentionally release the back teeth and the lips so the jaw can relax a bit. Sometimes we don't even realize something is clenching until we invite it to let go. And then bring your awareness to the legs and hips touching the earth. Feel that as your foundation. And let the awareness wash around the foundation and the connection to the ground beneath. And then let the awareness start to move up the torso, creating a little more length and space between each vertebra, letting the crown of the head float up as the tailbone draws down. Take a nice breath in and out. Big inhale to the belly. Big intentional exhale. Please take your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them tight, and then press them back. And as you exhale, just melt them down. We're going to take 3 shoulder rolls, rolling them forward. So we'll begin by taking the shoulders back and then up towards the ears. And as you roll them forward and down, let the chin tuck as you melt them down. Take an extra breath there. And then take those shoulders, roll them back, lift the chin, take them up, and then roll them forward and down again. Another breath. And one more, shoulders back and then up. And gently roll them forward. Release the chin to the chest. Nice big inhale, big exhale. And we inhale, lift the chin, take the shoulders up towards the ears. This time we roll those shoulders back. Squeeze shoulder blades together as you melt them down with the chin lifted. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Shoulders roll forward and up. Squeeze shoulder blades together, melt them down, and exhale. Letting the heart shine forward, take a nice big inhale. Big exhale. Stretch the arms out wide, palms face me, energy in all 10 fingers. And then sweep the arms up, full inhale. And as you exhale, let the right hand melt down. Left fingertips reach up to the sky as you breathe in, and then up and over. See if you can take up a little more space. If you're kind of soft here, maybe extend the fingertips longer, open up the ribs, the armpit, and then even take that top shoulder, roll it open, and maybe look past the elbow. Make space around the neck so it's not crunching. Nice full breath. Ground down through the legs and hips, pull the tummy in, lift up, and then just float that arm down. Feel all there is to feel. Let the eyes soften, be present. Next inhale, we'll float both arms all the way up. And as you exhale, left hand comes down. Take up a lot of space, reach the fingertips up and then over. Soften the jaw, check in. Can you create more space anywhere? Maybe moving the head and neck, maybe opening the shoulder, the armpit, full breath. And then inhale, reach it all the way up. And as you exhale, just float it down and feel what you feel. Melt the right ear to the right shoulder. Nice full breaths here. You might find a little bit of rocking to explore, maybe even little circles on that side. Let the breath continue to flow. And then tucking the chin, looking over towards the right hand. Nice full breath there. Inhale, lift the head, bring it back through center. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder, melting down slowly, not pushing. These full breaths here. And starting to find a little movement if you'd like, a little rock and roll, maybe some little circles. Then eventually tuck the chin and look towards the left hand. Nice full breath there. You begin to root down through the legs and hips. Inhale, lift up, come back through center. Sweep the arms all the way up. We're going to clasp them up top, reach up towards the sky. Big breath here. And then take the palms and turn them inside out and press them towards me. Round the spine, tuck the chin. Open up the back body a little bit here. Nice full breath. Inhale, lift the palms to the ceiling. And as you exhale, let the elbows bend, release the hands to the back of the head. We're just going to rest the head in the hands, let the elbows go wide. Nice full breath, let the head be heavy. Gently lift the head back through center, relax the arms down by your side. Move through a little cat-cow, opening up the heart, and then rounding the spine. Just letting that movement maybe start a little smaller and then grow bigger. You do you. Y'all done lots of cat-cows in your days. And just make this maybe like you're doing it for the first time. Be a little curious. Let the breath move you. And then eventually inhaling yourself to a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and criss the cross of our legs. Crisscross them in the other direction. You knew exactly what I meant. Lengthen up through the spine. Just kind of settle in there and see how that feels. And then let's sweep the arms all the way up. Big breath in. We'll tap the left hand to the right knee. Look behind you. Lengthen up through the spine. Maybe don't go so deep. And then exhale and let that melt you in maybe a little bit deeper. 2 more mindful breaths, finding length with the inhale, softening with the exhale. Keep shoulders relaxed down. a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, unwind, slowly coming back through center. Nice cleansing breath when you arrive. Sweep the arms all the way up, full inhale. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Lengthen up, melt into your twist slowly. Couple mindful breaths, relaxing shoulders and jaw, softening forehead. This big breath in and out. And then a full inhale and slowly unwind with the exhale. When you arrive, cleanse the spine with a nice deep full breath. Send the legs straight out in front. Flex the feet. Might pull flesh out from underneath, sit up nice and tall. And some circles with the ankles. So sorry if you can hear my neighbor's lawn person. Not sure if you can hear that. Hopefully not. And go in the other direction. And then wiggle the toes. And sit up a little taller and lengthen the spine. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee. And let that left knee fall out to the side. And then pull the sole of the foot to the inner thigh and take that right hip and pull it back. So we're facing forward towards that right foot. Lengthen the spine. You might take hands behind you. Open up the heart and the pelvis tilting forward. Feel free to stay there or start to walk the hands forward. Let's not go in deep. Let's keep this nice and long, nice long, tall spine. Tailbone reaches behind you. Flex that right foot. And then after a breath or two, your exhale might take you in a little deeper. You might stay for a couple breaths there. And then you might melt in a little more. We're not pushing ourselves in. The breath is creating space so you can drop in deeper. Wherever you land, and just be there. Be there fully. Be present with your breath, your body, sensations. Let the chin have a little tuck so you're not reaching with the chin. Taking another couple of breaths here. Full inhale, full exhale. Beginning to root down through the hands, little tummy pulls in, slowly walk the hands up, pull the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. As you arrive, let's take that bent knee and we'll lift it. We're going to cross the foot over the midline and take that bottom leg and bend it. And sit up nice and tall. Try to get your sitting bones down. So if crossing doesn't allow you both sitting bones to come down, then just take that left foot and line it up with the left hip. And come more like this. Okay? If you can cross over, then cross over. Lengthen up. Take your your right hand to your left knee. Sweep that left arm up. We'll come into a nice deep twist. Pulling the knee across the midline. Left hand reaches behind you and down towards the ground. Nice full breaths. Turning into the spiral in the spine, the opening in the outer hip. Big breath in, big breath out. Left hand is going to reach all the way behind you, take up space, draw that rainbow up and over the head, come back through center. We're going to get a little fancy with this. Take your hands over to your right and place them down. Keep your feet where they are on the floor. We're going to pivot on the feet, but they're going to stay where they are. Keep your hands where they are for right now. Start to press into the hands, lift the hips up, kind of show me your bum. Walk your hands over to the right and continue to pivot on the feet till you drop the hips down and come into that twist on the other side. Maybe. Yay, keep going, you got it. Woohoo! So everyone should have that right leg on top, and now most likely you're fully on that left hip, so you kind of have to lean back, move some things around, get both hips on the floor, pull the flesh around, and get yourself seated in your twist. Y'all made it, that's awesome. Left hand to the knee, right arm sweeps up with a big breath in, draw the rainbow, take up space, and release the hand down. Pull the knee across the midline, soften the jaw, and let it go, soften here. Nice full breath here, big inhale, big exhale. Let's reach that arm all the way behind you and up towards the ceiling, come back around through center. And then take that top foot, release the heel in front of the hip. The bottom leg, we're going to straighten it out in front. Let the right knee fall down, sole the foot to the inner thigh. Pull that left hip back. We are not catty corner. We are straight forward, hip points going right towards that left foot. Sit up tall, hands behind you, open up the heart. Nice full breath. Make sure that left foot is flexed. Feel free to stay there or start to walk the hands forward and find that long, tall spine. Don't go in as deep as possible. Lengthen the spine, tailbone reaches back, heart reaches forward. And then you breathe and you might melt in a little deeper. Try not to reach with the chin or even the fingers for that matter. Try and lengthen the spine and settle in with your breath. This full breath in and out. Ground through the hands, so no tummy pulls in. Start to walk yourself back up. Roll the shoulders when you arrive. Let's take the straight leg, bend it, soles of the feet come together. Take your hands anywhere along the leg or the foot, but roll the shoulders back, open the heart. Lengthen the spine, let the knees surrender. So try not to use your hands to hold the knees up. Let them release to the earth as long as that feels okay. You always put something underneath the thighs to lighten that up a bit. Just take a few inhales and a few exhales. Let the gripping and the glutes go, inner thighs, let them release. We're going to take the hands to the knees, gently pull them up. We're going to take the feet wide. Just as wide as you can get them without falling backwards. So if you start to fall backwards, take your feet in a little bit. It's a good place to have a little blanket underneath your sits bones as well. Flex the feet. Take hands behind you, fingertips to the earth, press up, press down to lift up. Tailbone starts to poke back as the pelvis rolls forward. Nice full breath. Let's either stay there or start to walk the hands forward. And slowly melt yourself in. I like to get a little kind of rock and roll going. So you kind of drop in a little deeper as I melt in. You do you. Always explore and experiment. And then at some point, just find stillness and breathe. And then you might find that you can drop in deeper as you've been a little patient with yourself and your breath. Your body starts to let go. A little movement with the head and neck isn't a bad idea here. You can look from left to right. few more mindful breaths, unhurried. Feel free to stay as you are, or if you'd like, the left fingertips can start to walk out as far as they'll go and then walk over to the right. Nice full breath into that whole left side body. And then walk the fingertips back to center. Relax that arm down or however it is. And then take the right fingertips, walk them forward first, and then over to the left. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Walk the fingertips back through center. Go ahead and relax the arm down. Nice full breath here. Ground through the hands, tummy pulls in, start to press the earth away to slowly come up. Take those hands under the knees, bend the knees. And just give yourself a little hug. Rest the head on the knees. Take a nice big breath into the back body. And make your way around to tabletop. Feel free to pad the knees with a blanket if you'd like. As you arrive, just pull the little tummy in, press the shoulders back. Let there be length in the neck, your gaze is straight down. Let's extend the right leg behind you. For right now, keep the toes to the ground, press the heel back. And then with those toes curled under, we're going to shift the body weight forward, getting into the bottom of the foot a little bit. And then press the heel back, opening up the back of the leg, the calf, and then shift forward, getting into the bottom of the foot again. And then come to center. When you arrive in center, pull up behind the heart and the belly button and maybe lift that right heel. Try not to lift it so high, keep it parallel to the floor, tummy pulls in, either stay there or left arm lifts, or it can walk forward as well. Nice full breath. Elbow to knee or elbow to nose, or knee to nose or knee to elbow, pull in, that's your exhale. Inhale, extend. Good. 4 more on your own, don't rush it, take it slow. Exhale, pulls in, inhale, extends. When you complete your 5, keep the extension. Keep everything lifted. Take another breath. Let's release the hand down. Take the foot out to the side. Toes point forward. Pinky edge of the foot seals down. Start to walk your hands forward a little bit. Melt the heart down. Maybe the forehead comes to the ground. You can bend the elbows if that feels better for you. Send the hips back. Another full breath. Inhale, lift the head and heart, walk the hands under the shoulders. Let's take that leg straight back behind you. Cross the midline. Toes come to the floor, over to your left, and then look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Full breath here. Inhale, unwind the upper body, and then lift that leg back through center. Place the knee down, and just press it back into child's pose. Let's make our way back into tabletop. Extend the left foot behind you with toes curled under on the floor. Press the heel back. Breathe. And then shift the body weight forward, opening up the bottom of that foot with those toes curled under. Then press the heel back again. And come forward. And then find center. Pull the tummy in, press up behind the heart, and lift that heel if you choose to. Keep the hips square. And then maybe the right fingertips walk forward, lift up, or stay right where they were. On your exhale, knee to nose or knee to elbow, pull in. Inhale, extend. Keep going at the rhythm of your breath. 4 more. When you're complete, keep everything lifted, extending out. And then mindfully release your right hand down, left leg goes out to the side. And start to walk the hands forward, either drop the head and the heart between the arms, hips reach back, or drop the elbows if that feels better to you. Nice full breath. Ground down, start to lift the head and heart, hands underneath the shoulders. And we'll lift that leg, send it straight back behind you. Cross it over the midline, toes are on the floor to the right, look over the right shoulder towards those toes, big breath. Unwind the upper body. Start to release the bottom half and come back down to tabletop. Knees wide, toes together, melt into your child's pose. Nice full breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. And as you feel ready, you can slowly and mindfully make your way up into tabletop and then step each foot back for plank. Press the earth away, knees can be up or down here. Keep squeezing to the middle line, even if you start to shake a little. One more breath. And then start to take the hips up and back and melt into your down dog. Let the knees have a little bend. Maybe walk it out. Release shoulders from the ears. Nice full breath. Press through the hands, hips reach back, heels start to melt to the earth. Tuck the chin gently, nice full breath here. Inhale, look forward, start to tip the feet forward to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Shake the head yes and no, let it release. Ground through the feet, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees a little bit, fire up the legs, reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. And then hands to the heart. Full inhale here, full exhale. Sweep the arms to the sky, big breath in. And breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And we reverse swan dive, take it all the way up again. And hands to the heart. Good. Feel the feet on the earth. Feel the air on your skin. Nice full breath here. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and then lift the heels. Start to reach up on your tippy toes, fingertips to the sky. And then exhale, hands melt down, heels melt down. We'll do that 2 more times. Try to find that inner thigh and glute strength to take you up to a little more stable maybe. And then release it down. And this last one, we're going to hold it up as best you can, or reach up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Another breath. And then slowly melt the hands and the heels down. Lift all 10 toes. Ground through the ball joint behind the big toe and the little toe in the center of the heel. Roll the shoulders back, open up the palms, take up a little space. And then melt the toes down slowly, one at a time. Nice full breath here. Taking up your Tadasana, taking up space. Reminding yourself that you have the right to take up space. You have the right to use your voice. You have the right to feel how you feel. Breathe. Let's inhale, float the arms all the way up. Palms together right through center, forward fold. Hands to the earth. Ground down, step back with the left leg. Settle into your low lunge. Keep those hands grounded. And then root down through the left hand to right thigh. Start to open up into a little twist. And maybe that right arm lifts to the sky. Nice full breath here. Take the right fingertips, reach them to the back of the room. Windmill them down and back up. One more full circle. And then allow the fingertips to come to the earth. Step it back, plank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to hold our planks today for a little bit. Another breath. And then option to move through a vinyasa or go straight into down dog or child's pose. Make your way to down dog. Take a nice full breath in and out. Extend the left leg behind you. Taking knee to nose, pull in and up, squeeze. Send it back. Left knee to left elbow. And send it back. And then left knee towards the right elbow. And send it back. And step that left leg all the way forward. Help it forward if it needs it. Take a moment to settle into the lunge. Ground through the right hand to left knee. Start to open up into a little twist. And then maybe the left arm lifts. Press down, lift up, nice full breath. And a couple windmills. Arm reaches back, down, forward, and up. And one more. And last one, fingers touch down. And we start to slide that back foot forward, forward, fold. Ground through the feet, let the tailbone float up. Release the head and neck. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, take it all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way to the sky. Clasp your hands, reach them up, and then over to the right. Ground down through the left foot. Open up that side body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Ground through the hands, step back with the right leg. Find your roots in the legs, float all the way up for your high lunge. Float the arms to the sky. Let your palms face forward, spread your fingers wide, and then take them back a little bit. Open the heart, keep the tummy pulling in. Pick up some space here. Nice full breath. Finding stability in the legs as you find space in the heart and the arms. Another inhale, another exhale. Bring the hands to heart center, neutralize your spine. And let's take the palms together, elbows out to the side. We're going to slowly tap down, right elbow, left knee. Take it nice and slow and mindful. And then we're coming back up. So really intentional movement here. Okay. 2 more like that. Little tap down, no rush. And come back up. And last one, tap down. And come back up. And sweep the arms all the way out and up and reach them forward. Slowly take that hand down, those hands down to the ground. Right foot's gonna slide forward, forward fold. Hang the head, maybe clasp the elbows, ground through the feet. Nice full breath. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna step back with that right leg. Ground through the hands, step all the way back, plank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Find that plank. Press up behind the heart. Press up behind the belly button. Squeeze the glutes, the inner thighs. Another breath or 2. And then vinyasa your way. Take a nice full breath in your down dog. Extend the right leg behind. Bring the knee to the nose, pull in and up. Send that leg back. Right knee towards the right elbow, try to squeeze. Send it back. And right knee to left elbow. And then send it back. Step that leg all the way forward, helping it if it needs it. Get your foundation sturdy and make your way up to your high lunge. Settle in here, find your drishti. Let the palms face forward, take them a little wider, take up space. Relax the shoulders, find stability in the legs. Nice full breath here. Good. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. And sit up nice and tall. We'll take the left elbow, a little tap down towards the right knee. And then come back up. Nice, slow, controlled movement. 2 more. Last one. As you arrive, reach the arms straight up, take them forward. Place the hands down to the earth. Now step that back foot forward, forward fold. Shake the head yes and no. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, take it all the way up. As you exhale, your hands to your heart, bring your right knee up towards your chest. And a little balance here. Another breath. Very intentionally step down, little bend in both knees, and shift weight, and then lift the left knee. Another breath. Again, intentionally bending the right knee, release both feet down, and lift the right knee up. And one more time, intentionally stepping down, shifting the weight, lifting the left knee. Full breath. Go ahead and release the feet down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Stepping back with the right foot. Let the heel draw down behind you. We've got warrior 2, cartwheel up. Settle into your warrior 2. Wiggle the hips a little. See what you notice. And then see if you can settle those hips into center. Sometimes even checking yourself out in the camera can be helpful for that. We pick up bad habits. I'm not a big fan of mirrored yoga, but I do believe that sometimes checking in can really bring a little awareness in that we didn't have. We get kind of stuck in our ways in our body, right? And in our life, I believe. Let's take a nice full breath in and out. Reach the arms all the way up, straighten the front leg, and then back down. Forearm to thigh, side angle, sweep that right arm up and over the head, roll it open. Nice full breath. Stabilize the legs, pull the tummy in and float back up into warrior two. So we flip the front palm and reverse it. Inhale, big exhale. Coming slowly through your warrior two, back heel lifts. And then we're going to take that back foot, step it forward and out a little bit, and the heel draws down. Great place to grab your blocks if you have. Lengthen the spine, straighten the left leg, pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and lengthen the spine. Nice full breath here. You might stay here. You might start to bend the elbows, letting the heart and head melt towards that left leg. Keep pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. You might lift the left toes and the ball of the left foot, keeping the heel down to get in a little deeper. Another full breath. Inhale, come up, halfway, straight spine, release the foot flat to the floor if it's lifted. Right hand roots to that block. Remember, the block is on the high level, so it's not totally sturdy. And then the left hand comes to the left hip. Pull that left hip back. And then maybe rotate and open up into a twisted triangle. Nice full breath here. And let's release the left arm all the way down. Bend the left knee, hands to the earth. Step it back, down dog. Make your way through your vinyasa your way. Full breath in, full breath out. Extend the left leg behind you. We're going to take that left knee and place it behind the left wrist. We're coming into pigeon. So you know I don't teach pigeon online too often because I think sometimes it takes a lot more adjustments. Left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle towards the right wrist. Keep your hips square. So I find it very important to put a block underneath my right hip and sometimes underneath my left glute. You may need one or the other or both. Keep those hips square. Make sure you're not falling into one side or the other. If you're hanging on your left butt cheek or your right hip, put something underneath you. Let's take the elbows down and take a few breaths here. Nice full inhales, full exhales. It is not a bad thing to put a huge bolster underneath your pelvis. That keeps that alignment in the hips and allows for the hips to not melt into an overextension, which is my personal problem. It may not be your problem. So just you do you, but do be mindful. Let's take a few good breaths here. With each exhale, see about letting go just a bit more. I'm not going to stay too long. We're going to ground the hands, start to lift the torso, bring those hands under the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, get a little moment in our heart open. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then make your way back to down dog. Wiggle it out, lift that leg, move it around if you need to. Find any counter movement that works in your body. And then look to the front of the mat, walk the feet forward. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Release the head, clasp the elbows, ground through the feet, tailbone floats up, chin tucks slightly. Big breath in, big breath out. Release the hands, bend the knees slightly, reverse swan dive all the way up. Take up space. Cactus arms up high. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feel your feet on the earth. Reconnect to your breath. Another inhale, another exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Swan dive right down through center. Oh, that's a contract of words there, but you know what I meant. Come on down to your forward fold. Ground down, step back with the left foot. We'll let the back heel draw down. Make your way up into warrior two. Settle into your warrior two. Wiggle the hips a little bit to check things out, see how things feel. Maybe look. Relax shoulders out of the ears. Make sure you're not hanging out in that front hip. I tend to do that as well. So kind of just checking yourself. Make sure the knee is floating forward. Nice full breath here. Let's stretch the arms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, melt back into warrior two. Forearm to thigh, side angle. Sweep that left arm up and over the ear. Really ground through the feet. Pull the tummy in. Try not to lean into that front knee too much. Another breath. Root down, come back through warrior two. We flip the front palm and reverse it. Big inhale, big exhale. All the way around through warrior two. Take the hands down, back heel lifts. And then we step that back foot forward a little bit and out till the heel can come down. Start to straighten the front leg, grab hold of your blocks. You can always bring the feet a little closer. By lengthen the torso, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, squeezing those inner thighs together. Either stay there or melt down. And then, of course, you have the option to lift that right foot, keeping the heel down to come in a little deeper. Just be pulling that right hip back. Another good breath here. Let's lengthen through the spine, release the foot flat to the floor. Ground through the left hand, right hand to the right hip if you choose. Rotate the right shoulder open, pull the right hip back, and then maybe that right arm lifts up. Breathe in your twisted triangle. And a full breath. Mindfully release the hand down to the ground. Bend the front knee. Take the hands to the earth. Step it back. Down dog. Move it around a little. And then we extend the right leg behind. And we take that right knee behind the right wrist. The right ankle goes towards the left wrist. And start to melt yourself into your pigeon pose. Give yourself the props that you need. Once you feel settled in, you can start to melt forearms to the earth. Maybe the head comes down, maybe not. Take a few good breaths, settling in, softening. And full breath here. Bring the hands under the shoulders, start to lift the torso, come up slowly and mindfully. Roll the shoulders back, open the heart. Big inhale, big exhale. Curl the back toes, lift the back knees, step it back, find your counter movement. Maybe wiggling it out, maybe moving that leg around. Moving through a vinyasa if you choose, and we'll all come to child's pose, whether it's right away or in a few breaths. We've got some time here. As you land in child's pose, when that feels right for you, maybe let the knees go a little wider. Drop in a little deeper. Nice full breaths in and out. Inhale. Keep letting go, exhale. One more breath. Stretch the fingertips long. Create length in the side of the body. Inhale, lift yourself back up to tabletop. Bring the knees under the hips. Maybe wiggle the hips a little from side to side. We're just going to walk the hands forward. Do a couple hip circles. Sending the hips forward to the side and back. Let those circles be big or small, whatever feels right. And then pause and go in the other direction. And eventually pause with the shoulders over the wrists. And we're going to bend the elbows and slowly lower down onto the belly. Inhale, lifting into baby cobra. Keep the tops of the feet and the pelvis rooted down. Ribs are still down. And then float the hands off the floor. Squeeze the elbows in by your ribs. And then start to keep those palms face down and slowly move them towards the back. Keeping those elbows in. Keep the fingers lifted. Reach those fingers back towards your heels. Nice full breath here. And then melt down. Take a nice releasing breath here. Bring the head back through center. Inhale, lift the head, heart, and shoulders, and then lift the hands. Reach the fingertips further back. Same thing but opposite. We're going to bend the elbows in towards the ribs. Slowly bring the hands forward under the shoulders. And then reach those fingertips all the way forward and release down. Nice full breath here. Let's take another big inhale, another big exhale. Bring the gaze back through center. Inhale, lift the arms out in front of you, the chest, the head. Exhale, find cactus arms, let the heart shine even more. Inhale, stretch the arms forward. Exhale, relax down. Nice full breath. Please bend the knees and windshield wiper your feet from side to side. And then eventually let the feet melt down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and slowly press yourself back, either through table or you can move through down dog. If you'd love another vinyasa, feel free. But the knees stay together and melt into Balasana. But this time maybe with the knees together to open up that back body. You can soften the elbows. Take a few good breaths here. As you feel ready, bring hands under shoulders, start to come up, sitting on your heels, or you can sit on a block between the ankles. And just let the eyes be soft and just feel your practice. Let your breath be easy. You might take this time to just ask what it is that you need, or perhaps bring in your intention or an intention you're working with and affirming it to yourself. And gently start to let the hips fall to one side, bring the feet around, stretch the legs out long, pull the flesh out from underneath, lengthen up through the spine, Dandasana, press down, pull in and up, relax the shoulders and the elbows a bit, flex the feet. Nice full breath, coming back, center. And then lengthening up through the spine, you can start to take fingertips behind you to begin to hinge forward a little bit. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. And then you can choose to take the hands forward and gently melt in. Take your time. You can use blocks underneath the head to give the head a little support. And just go inside. Feel the breath move through the back body. Drop in a little deeper maybe. Another good breath here. Ground through the feet, root through the hands, low tummy pulls in as you slowly lift up. Roll the shoulders when you arrive. Nice full breath here. Begin to bend the knees. Hands in front of the heart, reaching the heart up towards the thumbs. Start to lean back. Try not to round so you're not in the low back. Keep that heart lifted. And then come to tippy toes. Maybe lift one foot, maybe lift both feet, maybe switch between the two. Soften your jaw. Feel free to straighten the legs. I'm going to keep mine bent today. And if you'd like a little more, reach the arms up, taking the biceps near the ears. Good. Keep breathing. And then release the feet down and lower down all the way. Start to round the spine. When you get down to the ground, take a nice big belly breath. Big letting go, exhale. Start to bring the knees above the hips and then bring the heels out 90 degrees. So make sure your low back is pressing into the floor to engage the core. Take your hands to the front of the thighs. Press your hands into the knees into the hands, and start to fire up that deep inner core line. Make sure your low back is pressing into the floor, not lifting up and out. So you can get that deep core line fired up. Breathe. If you're shaking, shake. It's fine. Another breath. Awesome. Let's tuck those knees in. Roll from side to side. Take a few good breaths. Pause in center, hands around the left knee. Right leg can go long. It can also be bent. Nice full breath here. And then bring the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long, switching out your legs. Nice full breath. Both knees into the chest, little rock and roll. And we'll let the knees float over to the right for a twist. So give yourself any support that you need, something between the knees or underneath them. Take the arms wide. Allow the arms to just rest towards the earth, even if you need to take a few deep, full breaths to find that softening and that letting go. Imagine each breath coming in and washing over the spine, bringing in all that you need, being sent up to the brain. Is there any way that you can let go in the shape a little bit more? Take a nice full breath in and out right where you are. And then following your next inhale, start to pull the tummy in, bring the legs back up through center. Let's wrap your arms around the knees, give yourself a little hug, a little rock and roll. And when you feel ready, the knees will start to come up towards the chest, pull them in and up and over to the left, and then let go and settle in. Take the arms wide, give yourself support between the knees or underneath them. Let your breath be your focus. A few more breaths here, unhurried. Let go a little bit more. Take a nice big breath in and out. And then your next breath, just pull the knees up through center, wrap your arms around the knees, a little rock and roll. Let's place the feet to the floor, hands down by the hips, palms face down. Big belly breath here. Ground down, lift up for bridge. Send the knees forward, the hips up, keep the head centered. Ground down through the hands and the shoulders, and maybe start to roll those shoulders in and either grab your ankles or clasp your hands. Root down, lift up, another 2 breaths. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Good. And then release your hands, release your shoulders. Roll down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Your core to lower down nice and stable. When your feet, your hips land to the ground, take a nice big belly breath. And we take the knees up and wide for happy baby. Hands, elbows go on the inside of the knees. Grab the outsides of your feet or your ankles, calves, or even behind the thighs. Soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling. Breathe into stillness or find a little playfulness. Find a nice, deep, full letting go breath wherever you are. Soles of the feet together, hands to the knees, pull those knees together. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe pull the heart towards the knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release everything for Shavasana. Give yourself any props that you need. Let yourself settle into the earth. Allow the feet to flop out. Allow the eyes to close partially or completely. Notice if you can let go a little more. You might welcome intentional breathing in if you find the mind is moving. It's hard to let go. Might breathe up the left foot, all the way up the left side of the body. Let the breath move across the top of the head and then wash over the right side like a shower with the exhale. And then the inhale can come up the right side of the body. And eventually, when it turns to the exhale, let it wash over the left side of the body. Just continue with that rhythm if that's supportive to you. And at any point that you feel ready to let that go, just let it go. And to welcome your awareness back in, noticing before acting. And bringing that awareness to your breath, as well as your surroundings, your senses. Taking it all in without judgment, without critique, and without analysis. And then choose a deeper, fuller breath. Let that deeper, fuller breath move throughout the body, starting to wake things up. Allow little movements to come in. Might wiggle fingers and toes. Move the wrists and the ankles, perhaps. And stretching the arms and stretching the legs. Only as you feel ready, let yourself roll over to one side to take a moment to just be held in the fetal position. And gently using your top arm to press yourself all the way up. Making your way to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Just stay connected inward. Feel what you feel. Listen. Maybe to what you're being told or what you're telling yourself. Maybe asking if there's anything that you need. Know as you move on with the rest of your day. Even intending your affirmations to stay with you. Welcome, lengthen the spine. Let the shoulders roll back. Please bring the palms together in front of your heart. Take a nice full cleansing breath together. We'll take 2 breaths today. So big, fresh inhale. Big letting go exhale. And then from this place of peace and connection, let's take one more breath to share with each other and our community the goodness of our practice. Take full inhale. Let it go with the exhale. You bow down. That slice of wisdom, that flame of knowing, and the calm of peace that lives within. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.